So, I've been sharing my healthy vegan recipes as well as nutrition facts here for a while now. And the topic I'm asked about the most by far is how to get enough protein on a vegan diet. Now, I've literally received hundreds of DMs and emails asking me what vegan foods I eat for protein and what protein supplement I take to ensure I get enough protein. In this video, I want to share some important facts about plant proteins, amino acids, and I want to address the myth that vegans need to eat certain foods together at a meal in order to create complete proteins. I'll also show you some delicious high protein meals that you can make and give you the recipes, as well as share the protein powder that I use to supplement my healthy vegan diet. So let's talk protein. So where do vegans get their protein? In everything they eat. Now, first, proteins are made up of amino acids, 20 to be exact, 11 of which are non-essential, meaning that our bodies can make them. However, there are non-amino acids that are essential, meaning that we have to get them from the foods that we eat because our bodies can't make them. Now, what surprises a lot of people is that all plants contain all non-essential amino acids. There's a lot of confusion around this fact, so I'll repeat it. All plants contain all non-essential amino acids. Now, many people are of the belief that vegans have to combine certain foods together at each meal to form proteins to meet their amino acid requirements, and this is simply not accurate. Now, the concept of eating foods like beans and rice together at a meal to form complete proteins was popularized by a book written back in 1971 called Diet for a Small Planet. Now, the reason this was theorized to be necessary is because even though all plant proteins contain all non-essential amino acids, the proteins in plants also have something called a limiting amino acid, meaning that one or more of their non-essential amino acids is present in small levels or small amounts. For example, proteins in rice and other grains are typically low in the essential amino acid lysine, but are generally adequate in other essential amino acids. Beans and legume proteins, on the other hand, are typically low in the essential amino acid methionine, but generally adequate in the others. So the assumption was that vegans needed to combine these foods like rice and beans together, or hummus and bread together, or something like that, at a meal to ensure that each food was complementing the other by providing adequate amounts of the limited amino acid in the other food. While combining foods like beans and rice at a meal does have the benefit of creating complete proteins that contain enough of all the non-essential amino acids, it's not required to consume those foods at the same meal in order for your body to form complete proteins and meet your essential amino acid needs. It's been shown that vegans who consume enough calories to meet their personal needs from a variety of plant foods have no problem getting enough protein with adequate amount of the non-essential amino acids. It would take an egregious example of someone who, say, only eats fruit or only eats potatoes or eats well below their caloric needs in order to create a dietary related protein deficiency. So combining grains and beans at the same meal is not a must, but it is smart to include them and other protein-rich sources of plant foods in your diet throughout the day to make sure that you're meeting your essential amino acid needs. Now, the amount of protein needed for adults, according to the RDA, is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. So if you were to take your weight in kilograms and multiply by 0.8, you could determine your daily protein needs. Now, for those of us who are more familiar with pounds, it's roughly 0.36 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So if a person weighed, say, 150 pounds, and you multiplied that by 0.36, that would mean that you need 54 grams of protein per day. And according to the RDA, this would meet your protein needs. However, there are many experts who contend that the current RDA for protein is low, and some even claim it's way too low. Do your own research and see what resonates with you. So again, if you're a vegan and you're eating enough calories from a variety of plant foods while being mindful to include some protein-rich foods in your diet, get enough protein should not be an issue. Now, although getting the RDA for protein by eating a diverse vegan diet is easily obtainable, there are some people who may need more. Athletes and those who are super active generally require more protein. People who are consistently weight training to gain muscle may also need more than the RDA. Also, to trigger muscle synthesis, which is needed to grow muscle, the essential amino acid leucine must be present in high enough amounts at a meal. Now, getting enough leucine at a single meal on the vegan diet could be challenging if you're not aware of what plant foods contain it in reasonable amounts. Foods like navy beans, sesame, hemp, seeds, and even pumpkin seeds are great sources. Some protein powders also contain a decent amount of leucine. Now, as we get into our 30s and 40s, we gradually begin losing muscle mass at a rate as high as 8% per decade, according to the Cleveland Clinic. Now, weight-resistant training and more protein could help minimize this loss. Now, as we get into our 60s, our ability to utilize protein decreases, and therefore our protein needs increase. Supplementing with a good protein powder could be a great way to easily add enough protein for seniors. Now, lots of people have asked me if I supplement with protein. Now, because being fit and strong is super important to me so that I can maintain my vitality and mobility later in life, exercise is a very, very important part of my healthy vegan approach. Now, I'm someone who works out consistently with weight-resistant exercise to increase muscle and bone mass, strength, and also do zone 2 and HIIT training for mitochondrial and cardiovascular health. For me, complementing my healthy vegan lifestyle with the best high-quality protein I can is not optional, it's necessary. Those of you who are familiar with my channel know that I take my food choices very seriously. It's important to me that the foods that I choose are health-promoting, organic, free of pesticides, chemicals, natural flavors, and additives. And this is exactly the criteria I use for choosing what protein powder to put into my body. Now, I researched all the best high quality protein supplements on the market and quickly recognized that the one that I prefer is Complement. Now, Complement protein powder is by far the cleanest, best formulated, and overall healthiest choice for protein supplementation, in my opinion. Now, Complement protein for me checks all the boxes for healthy protein powders. It's organic, has great essential amino acid balance, is third-party tested and shown to consistently be below the Prop 65 limitations for cadmium, mercury, lead, and arsenic, which is very important to me. Their protein powder also puts an emphasis on the amino acids lysine and leucine, which could be difficult to get on a vegan diet. Now, being a recipe creator, I truly appreciate that they offer a unflavored, unsweetened option along with their chocolate option. I personally always get the unflavored because the versatility allows me to add it to drinks and desserts and other dishes without any funny or chalky taste to it. Now, if you want to check out the Complement protein for yourself, I'll have a link below the video. And Complement is offering my viewers 15% off if you decide to purchase. Again, all this will be located in the description below the video. Also in the description below the video, you'll find these recipes that you're looking at right now that include high protein foods like black beans, quinoa, walnuts, lentils, seeds, pistachios, chickpeas and broccoli, and even peas. Okay, so I hope you found this video informative regarding protein. For all of you who wrote me and asked for a video like this, my apologies, it took a while. Soon I'll be posting a video on the second most often question that I'm asked, which is what supplements vegans should consider adding to a healthy vegan diet. Thanks for watching.